Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech. Today, we're jumping into a really fascinating shift that's happening right under our noses. How our technology is becoming, well, a lot more personal. Have you noticed it? You know, that feeling that your devices are doing more than just waiting for commands? Our tech is evolving, and fast, from being just a tool into something more like a partner, a proactive, personal companion that kind of anticipates what we need. From how we get around town to the laptops we use, AI is giving our tech a personality. So let's break down what that actually looks like. We've got a lot to cover. First, we'll look at how AI is turning Google Maps into your personal co-pilot. Then, we'll dig into rumors about an affordable MacBook from Apple. Yeah, really. After that, a little sneak peek at a wild triple-screen phone from Samsung. Some super clever software updates that literally have your back. And we'll cap it all off with the return of a legendary brand, but with holograms. Okay, let's kick things off with something we can all relate to. That feeling of stress when you're in a new city, trying to find a decent coffee shop, or just pointing at a building and wondering, what is that? Well, Google is about to completely change that whole experience. Think about it. Up until now, Google Maps has basically been a command and response tool, right? You ask, it tells. Simple. But by plugging in its super powerful Gemini AI, Google is turning maps into a genuine conversation. So instead of just getting a list of static directions, you can actually have a dialogue about your trip. You can get instructions based on what you literally see around you, and you can pull info from your calendar or contacts without ever having to switch apps. This is a massive leap. It's not just about finding the fastest way to get somewhere anymore. You can ask really open-ended things like, what are some good places for lunch along my route that have outdoor seating? And it'll give you personalized ideas. Or it'll tell you to turn right at that big red restaurant by actually understanding what the street looks like. It's even smart enough to ping you with traffic alerts for your daily commute before you even think to ask. And that quote really nails it. This isn't just about getting from point A to point B. It's about actually understanding the world between A and B. It's all about making navigation feel less like a robot is ordering you around and more like a helpful, intuitive friend. Now, all this amazing AI getting baked into our software is also pushing huge changes in the hardware we use. And that brings us to Apple, a brand we all know for incredible quality, but also those premium price tags. But what if that's about to change in a big way? Seriously, could you imagine a brand new MacBook for around $599? It sounds crazy, but according to a bunch of reports, Apple is seriously looking into it. They're aiming to take a real shot at the budget-friendly laptop market that Chromebooks have pretty much owned, especially in schools. So how would they even pull that off? Well, to hit that kind of aggressive price, they'd have to make some clever compromises. The rumors point to a device supposedly codenamed J700 that would rock a smaller screen, maybe around 12 inches. But the real secret sauce would be using an A-series chip, the same family of powerful processors inside an iPhone, instead of the pricier M-series chips in today's Macs. This machine would be perfect for students and casual users who just need something great for the web and everyday tasks. This quote really highlights how huge a deal this would be. I mean, Apple has always stayed away from the low end of the market, but with everyone's budgets getting tighter, a high-quality, lower-cost MacBook could be an absolute game changer. It could pull a whole new wave of people into the Apple ecosystem who were always priced out before. So while Apple is maybe looking at making its hardware more accessible, other companies are just pushing the boundaries of what hardware can even be. And you know who I'm talking about. Samsung and their relentless quest to perfect the foldable phone. Lately, we've been getting more and more glimpses of their next wild idea, a phone that doesn't just fold in half, but folds in thirds. This Galaxy Z Trifold has 3 incredibly thin panels that open up into one gigantic, seamless display. And they're not cutting corners on anything else either. The camera on the back looks just as beefy as the one on their top-tier Z Fold 7. But here's the interesting part. This isn't some secret leak. Samsung is literally showing this thing off at trade shows and events, but without actually launching it. They are building up an insane amount of hype for a device you can't buy yet, which is creating this mix of pure excitement and, as you can see from this quote, a whole lot of frustration. It's a bold way to market something, that's for sure. All right, so beyond the big flashy hardware changes, our devices are also getting smarter and more proactive in smaller ways. And this is where that new personality really starts to shine through, not in some huge announcement, but in these small, thoughtful features that are just looking out for us.
A perfect example of this is the updated check-in feature on the Apple Watch. It's such a simple but brilliant little safety tool. So before you go on a late-night run or a solo hike, you can tell your watch to automatically let a friend or family member know once you've safely arrived or once you finish your workout. And if you don't respond when a timer ends, it alerts them for you. It's just a quiet little safety net, always running in the background.
And it's not just about safety. Apple's also making it smarter to just consume content. For instance, the Podcasts app can now auto-generate chapters for shows, making it way easier to skip around in long episodes. It can also create these cool, timed links that just pop up on your screen when a host mentions a product or another show. It's another one of those small things that makes our devices feel more like helpful companions.
Okay, for our last story today, we're taking a huge leap from practical software updates to something that feels like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie. Get ready for the comeback of a legendary name in tech, but not in any way you'd ever expect.
That's right, Napster. The brand that completely turned the music industry upside down back in the day has been totally reinvented as a spatial AI platform. So forget sharing MP3s. Think holographic assistants that live on your desk. The whole system is made of two parts, the Napster companion software and a physical device called the Napster View, which projects a little 3D avatar you can talk to. People who've tried it say the interaction feels surprisingly natural, and the AI is smart enough to remember past conversations, so it feels like you're actually building a relationship. Now, it's still a pretty new product with some kinks to work out, but it's a really fascinating step towards what some people are calling embodied AI, assistants that actually have a physical presence in our space. And of course, having your own personal AI hologram living on your desk comes with a price. It'll set you back about $99 for the projector device, plus a yearly subscription for the software. So yeah, it's a pretty big investment, which definitely positions this for the early adopters and pros who want to be on the absolute bleeding edge of how we interact with AI. So when you pull it all together, from our maps becoming conversational co-pilots to our laptops maybe becoming more affordable, all the way to holographic assistants on our desks, the trend is crystal clear. Our technology is becoming a real companion. And this brings up a really important question we all need to start thinking about. As these AI partners get woven deeper and deeper into our lives, remembering our chats, knowing our location, even taking on a human-like form, what are the new rules? How do we make sure these companions are empowering us without becoming too intrusive? That's a conversation that is only just beginning. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.